Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Hello everyone and welcome home. Today, we are talking about weed. That's right, everybody's favorite green plant that can both be used responsibly and take you into the never-ending depths of couch rot. But that's not the only thing we'll be talking about, because we're also going to touch on voice chat moderation in Call of Duty. Kind of a 2-for-1 type deal, and also kind of just pointing out the hypocrisy. So, before we dive into today's topic, grab some cozy slippers, your favorite snacks, and kick back as we smoke our way through today's topics. Man, I could use a marijuana cigarette right now. Bro, no way this dude let me cross-map him with the fucking SMG. Fucking nerd.
I think I hear somebody.
Oh god, his buddy's pissed. His buddy's pissed. We're almost out of fucking carts.
Okay.
I will say, dude,
hey, man.
I got a lot of bud left.
It gets you nice and high.
It gets me so high. Ooh, some Northern Lights Cannabis Indica.
Some ganja Snoop Dogg lettuce.
Exactly, bro. You get it. You get it. So I was scrolling everybody's favorite application the other day, and no, I'm not talking about Twitter this time. I was scrolling through videos on the Call of Duty section of YouTube, and something caught my eye. You see, I'm not an avid watcher, as you would say, of some of the other content creators in this space. This particular gentleman being one of them, but this video caught my interest. So what did I do? Well, you bet your sweet ass I clicked on it. And since I had to click on it and watch this, now you gotta watch a little bit too.
I'm just gonna show you the image and then we're gonna follow up on it. I'm sorry, but what the fuck is this shit? Seth Rogen and Jay and Silent Bob on this cringy purple pink pastel color fucking like Nuketown with weed references. Yeah, they're making like a weed reference Nuketown called Blazetown. What? A few weeks after 420? Would it even be cool on 420? No, I don't think so. This is so, like, I'm sorry. I don't really partake in, I'm not a huge fan of that. I had a bad experience with some edibles one time.
Oh yeah, fucking same, bro. That shit makes me so sick. Sabs can attest to that in the comments. Sabs, if you're watching this, now's your time.
Just a really kind of nightmarish psychosis with Joseph and his doors, you know? So I just haven't really done it since. But if I still, like, partook in this particular hobby, if I saw this and how fucking cringy and uncool it is, I would just quit.
Then quit. You know, talking about the game.
I would find something else to smoke. Maybe I'd move on to meth or something. I don't know. The point is that, my God, man, why is this in Call of Duty? Like, I'm sorry. Where is the aura that this game used to have? So
is aura the new gamer word or something? Because I swear to God, Mr. Rothwaffle said it like 10 times and now it's leaking out of every single content creator's mouth. Like, atmosphere, aesthetic, environment, theme. There's a couple, you know, I don't know. There's just other words we could use.
Can I just cut to something? Can I cut to something and show you guys something from the old days?
So then Mr. Blame Truth, the Godfather, the guy, the him, he shows us a trailer from Modern Warfare 2, 2009. And I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to show the atmosphere of how Call of Duty used to be, how it used to represent itself, and how it used to be visually appealing as a milsim. You know, he's also just kind of, he's complaining about the weed aesthetics and how cringy it is, but I just gotta show you something.
Teddy and I often partake of El Bowl.
And the pot inside it. Cha-cha-cha.
Now, despite how you might feel about Mary J. Wanna, the fact of the matter is that it's been around in Call of Duty for a long time. And sure, maybe at first it was just, an edgy but rare wink to the player base than a business model. Eventually, things change. And for Call of Duty, that began way back in Ghosts, which introduced the first 420 camo. It was more of like a harmless fun novelty at the time. And of course, the player base couldn't imagine back then what it would become now. Which is funny, because even back then people had as big of a problem with it as they do now. Let me just read a couple of these comments real quick. Stabbed AX said 11 years ago, Infinity Ward.
So, how are we gonna get more money, guys?
Oh, I know. How about we make stoners buy our game by adding the weed camo? Stoner group.
So, guys, what do you want to do today?
I don't know, man. I heard Call of Duty Ghosts added a new weed camo.
Whoa, dude, that's like totally awesome. Let's go buy it.
Tegan345 said 11 years ago.
Welcome to Call of Duty, where we inspire people to take drugs. XD.
321 Puka said 11 years ago.
I can understand why they put the weed emblems in, and now the weed camo in the game. It's a personal statement for all the stoners to say,
I'm a druggie. Look at me, I do weed.
Without anyone busting them, because it's over the internet. But they're promoting to do it, which is just wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad game, and those who are serious can understand it's just a camo. But you'll still get idiots who think it's acceptable, just like the ones who go out and kill because of COD.
Who the fuck is killing people because they're playing Call of Duty? Show me one instance where someone said, yep, I killed people because I was playing Call of Duty. I'm not gonna fucking touch this one. And last but not least, Polemical Cobra said 11 years ago.
You have got to be fucking kidding me. Really? A weed camo? What has this world come to?
And he spelled 2 wrong. So now that we proved that the Call of Duty community will never change, what about the development companies behind it? Well, the bizarre disconnect of a billion-dollar company using stoner culture to sell skins to a mixed-age audience while still pretending to be family safe in certain contexts might come off as a bit shoddy to you. It has been a long game. Not only were emblems and calling cards themed around weed, but even Treyarch started to sow the wild oats as they planted weed plants in some of their multiplayer maps. And then, with the rise of the camos from Ghosts, we would receive more 420 themed skins for our weapons as the years progressed, all culminating into one event. And just like the roots of a tree, or the roots of a marijuana plant, or the roots of the fungus from the shitty HBO Last of Us TV show adaptation, they all grew and brought us here. Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone marked the turning point. Weed bundles became more common, stylish, and themed with effects like tracer rounds and special death animations that kept people hooked. You see, this was a time during COVID, and the world was shut down, and nobody had anything better to do than light up a fucking doobie and play Call of Duty. And of course, it was free, which led to an all-time high in the popularity charts of Call of Duty in this new game mode that everybody was hooked on. And due to the game being free, Activision saw an opportunity to make money with bundles. And my god, did they fucking rake in. So it is absolutely no surprise that Activision would profit off of the counterculture of the marijuana scene while enforcing corporate sterilization elsewhere. Firing people left and right, cutting corners, beginning to use AI to help cut the workload and make things cheaper, all while making money, pretending to be this woke-ass company. I don't even have to tell you about all of the collab skins with Snoop Dogg and Cheech and Chong and psychedelic weapon skins and marijuana fucking bong characters and Seth Rogen, Jay and Silent Bob. It's all there. We've all seen it. But today, the conversation isn't about whether or not you've seen it. It's about how you feel about it. So keep that in your brain as we move deeper into the irony of heavily weed-themed cosmetics being marketed in a game that also moderates speech harshly. How do you feel personally about the weed shit in COD?
Just weed being there?
Like,
Or just the hypocrisy?
alright, two-part question. First, how do you feel about the hypocrisy of the voice chat monitoring bans over cussing and the consistent promotion of weed in the game?
So I think them banning people for swearing in a game that their game swears in, like the characters they swear, is just it's stupid. It's just downright fucking ridiculous.
I like it. I personally, I think it's funny. I think a lot of the skins they do are pretty cool. I think the weapons are pretty cool. I don't mind the product placement of it. I just feel like it becomes hypocritical when you tell people that they can't swear in a rated M game that is notorious for being able to cuss at each other. Like,
That's like the game you cuss in.
right, like you telling me I can't play Search and Destroy and tell someone that I fucked their grandpa, and it's like, why would I play your piece of shit game? Now, alongside the rise of marijuana product use in Call of Duty, especially in relation to Warzone, came the rise of toxic lobbies being broadcast across the internet. So what was Activision's response to all of the Karens out there crying that their feelings got hurt? Well, in 2023, Activision announced they would be rolling out voice chat moderation across all of multiplayer. It was a voice chat AI that would detect offensive language that would lead to bans, suspensions, and sometimes permanent exilation from your account. Now, this may seem like a good idea, written down on paper, but then you go talk to some people in the community and you realize that players that have been allowed to cuss in this game while playing a match of Search and Destroy or a match of Free-for-All are now being banned from their game for saying so much as shit. What? And it wasn't even bad enough that players were being banned for cussing. A lot of players would become banned for doing nothing at all. And if you tried to push back against any of these claims, the reports would be automated or just completely lack context leading up to however the word was used. This led to an uproar in the Call of Duty community, especially in regards to the fact that Call of Duty is rated M for mature audiences. It has violence, blood, strong language, and yet it censors the player more than the content itself. I mean, it goes to figure. I can have Frank Woods call me a pussy or Tank Dempsey yell about zombitches, but the moment I tell somebody that I'm gonna eat their ass in this game, banned. And it's just so stupid, because the voice chat was once part of the chaotic charm of this game, and now it's just sanitized and dull, just left by the wayside so that they can protect people that they then turn around and shove ultra violence and brutal combat down their throats. I mean, the same companies that moderate your mic push "kill the hostile" voice lines from characters who swear like truckers. And then, when you're finally just full of all the bullshit, they add 420 bundles. I think fellow content creator XTZ Ferocity put it really well in this video that he made.
It's an aspect of this community. It's an aspect of the socialness of this game. And we're just losing it because we want to be a bunch of little snowflakes. I don't really understand who this is servicing. Who's sitting there and saying, hey, I'm so much happier now that I don't have to listen to people calling me bad all the time. I don't have to listen to people saying that they're gonna have sex with my mother. You know what's great though? Is they invented a fix to this way back in like 2007. It was called the mute button. If you didn't want to hear somebody saying that they would have sex with your mother, you could mute them. It was that easy, that simple. But for whatever reason, we've forgotten that mute button exists. I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either, man. I don't get why this game has to be such a walking contradiction and boil into hypocrisy until everything that we loved about it is just dissolved into nothing. It's just fucking stupid. There was ammo, but no weapons.
I got an XMG. Oh, and
there
a
was
frostline?
There was a little bit of weed though.
Lettuce.
Lettuce, yep, devil's lettuce, bro. Wee. Jazz cabbage, but no booger sugar. Oh, you got a sniper too. Do you see anybody that we can gang bang the sniper rifles?
That we can pot smoke.
Maybe if I could smoke a little weed. Oh, I hit him! I downed him!
What is
Let's go! Let's
Really,
go!
I can't.
Bro got smoked. Careful, there's people on this green roof right ahead of us. And to the right. Fuck it.
Oh,
Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Where's Silent Bob now, bitch?
We did not need to do this to these guys. I heard them raging.
Oh, they got me! They got me! Oh. So like I said before, it's not about whether you've seen it. It's about how you feel about it. And in order to gauge how you guys feel about it, I took a couple polls. Starting with our first one that took place on YouTube, I asked, how do you feel about the pushing of 420 themed skins, LTMs, blueprints, and guest operators? And this one was honestly a little bit of a surprise, with 17% of you saying, honestly, don't mind. 65% of you voting would prefer Milsim, 5% voting I like my skins drippy bruh, and 13% voting fine but stop the voice chat moderation. And that was out of 77 of you. So just to go into a little bit more detail and read some of these comments, Cat Cross said, I know people hate on Modern Warfare 2 2022, but I think it mostly had the best balance between crazy skins and grounded ones out of the recent games. Minus Nicki Minaj, Spawn, and Homelander, they're mostly inoffensive and fit well enough into the theme of the game. They really go overboard with both the anime and weed skins now, but they probably have internal metrics that tell them that those sell the best by far. That's probably why they do this, is the amount of people that complain about it but then they're actually purchasing, or the people that just don't say anything because they're casuals and they're buying these skins. Up next, we got Clam Rally, who says, I like my skins weedy, bruh. God damn it, dude. A boy named Sir says, honestly, I don't care what they put in. I don't play Warzone anymore and haven't touched multi since winter. But I hate the mastercrafts. Don't want them to get COD Mobile pricey. Last I checked, you couldn't hide attachments like COD Mobile, so you either run with what you want or run the blueprint mastercraft. I don't like that either. LTMs are super fun, and they need to do more with multi and zombies after grief. I personally never played COD Mobile, so I don't know how they ran things there, but if this is accurate, that sounds horrible. And I agree, limited time modes are fun. I do wish that they would make some more permanent ones, or make them all permanent after the game's life cycle. I think that'd be a lot better. And next, I ran basically the same poll but over on Twitter, and I said, do you actually care about marijuana product placement in COD? Need info for the next video. This video. 27.7% of you said, I hate it. Understandable. 8.4% of you said, I like it. 13.5% said hypocritical as hell. And out of the 274 voters, a whopping 50.4% of you said they don't mind. Interesting. Let's take a moment to see why you don't mind. Bring Back Takio says, I don't know. It seems like there is so much of it. I guess a lot of people smoke weed, but we don't need 3 to 4 LTMs that last for a month about 420. There's other drugs out there. I want a crack day, LSD day, or an alcoholic day. We need more diversity in COD. Hard agree. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. Solid point. Burger, hey Burger, how you doing, buddy? He says, why would I care? It's just a random ass cosmetic. And that's fair. That probably goes into line with a lot of the players that do not give a shit about this one way or the other. I Cola 2 says, genuinely I don't give a fuck. And I think it's insane people are complaining, crying emoji face. Yeah. A lot of people complain, but also that's kind of just what the internet is for. Priesty Block 67 says, the like percentage is abysmal, which it was like 8%. Drugs shouldn't be advertised anywhere, especially as aggressive as COD does by literally featuring entire game modes and forcing it on people. There's more to life than weed. This dude was also in the comments being a relative jackass, so yeah. Just Jojo says, weed bothers people in a game rated M for mature, where you kill people? Yeah, it does. It really does. Keep Your Bliss says, I personally don't mind a few collabs here and there, because I love Jay and Silent Bob and Seth Rogen, but it felt really weird having an entire season weed themed. That's solid, like a very solid point. I probably wouldn't do an entire season being weed themed. You know, an LTM like the week of 420, maybe the week after. But I agree, doing it a whole season is just a little much. And so the last poll that we took was, what do you think about voice chat moderation in COD? With 4.2% saying it keeps me safe, 26.3% saying I talk in Discord so I don't care, 12.7% saying it's hypocritical as fuck, and 56.8% saying fuck voice chat moderation out of 118 votes. So I really think the reason that the marijuana bundles and events are pushing the community is the fact that the voice chat moderation to protect younger and newer players is very hypocritical, and at the end of the day, this whole thing is fucking ridiculous. Like, there are just so many double standards. I mean, we've concluded that Activision sells weed-themed bundles that glorify marijuana culture, even targeting the same age group that they claim to protect with AI voice moderation. Yet, if you were to say weed in a bad tone or use foul language, you risk a suspension, even though the very operators that you play as casually drop F-bombs or aggressive threats in-game. Compare that to players being banned for saying fuck once in a heated match, and you just got yourself a recipe for community backlash. I mean, Activision is making millions from these bundles while virtue signaling safety and community standards through this fucking moderation. It feels like brand protection more than moral concern, you know? And that's coming from somebody who, I don't mind the bundles. I think some of them are pretty fucking cool. Getting to play as characters you like, it could be a part of the game for everybody, you know? I mean, you can also add a little toggle in there for people to turn off the cosmetics, but at the end of the day, COD was built on trash talk, chaos, and an unfiltered experience. Now it's trying to be PG-13 branded while also selling R-rated aesthetics. The tone has shifted from gritty and real to polished but pretend, and it doesn't end there. So we could continue on in a circle on this topic, but I think this is all I got to say about it for today. You know, I wish Call of Duty would take its audience a little more serious, but it seems like everything nowadays is gearing more towards family-friendly, you know, child-based audiences, and it makes longtime fans unhappy. But, you know, it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, I'm happy because you're watching this video. And if you've made it this far, please don't forget to slash that like button, leave a sub, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. I know usually I end these videos with like some really profound thought process, but man, Call of Duty just needs to get its fucking shit together. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and don't let me catch you lacking out there on grief. They marijuana'd me.
I'm blitzed. I'm blazed. You'll ride the high.
No, I'm riding this high. I am riding this. Research is disabled. Do you still have a counter? Thank God. Yeah, you do. You still have a counter. Dude, it's weed.
Dude, look at all the doobies.
I'm gonna go and tunnel doobie doo. I'm not
Nope.
going in this one.
I landed on top of it.
You're alive? Thank God.
Like a weed mask.
Exactly, yeah. Bong mask. Oh God! Dude, whole team. They see us. They see us. We need to go out the back. Oh, I'm getting shot from the ass. Dude, they got the fucking... Oh, they got the motorbike.
They do?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Shot.
Give me that. Give me.
Oh, just keep going, bro. Just keep going. I slowed him down. I slowed him down like weed slows down your motor skills.
Oh! We fought hard, we got hard.
Fought hard, got high.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.